Lost Sci-Fi books 111 through 115. 5 Lost Sci-Fi short stories from the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Written by Philip K. Dick, Robert Silverberg, Charles L. Fontenay, and Murray Leinster. Narrated by Scott Miller. Of Withered Apples. Lost Sci-Fi short stories from the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Book 111. Written by Philip K. Dick. Narrated by Scott Miller. Something was tapping on the window, blowing up against the pane again and again, carried by the wind, tapping faintly, insistently. Laurie, sitting on the couch, pretended not to hear. She gripped her book tightly and turned a page. The tapping came again, louder and more imperative. It could not be ignored. "Darn," Laurie said, throwing her book down on the coffee table and hurrying to the window. She grasped the heavy brass handles and lifted. For a moment the window resisted. Then, with a protesting groan, it reluctantly rose. Cold autumn air rushed into the room. The bit of leaf ceased tapping and swirled against the woman's throat, dancing to the floor. Laurie picked the leaf up. It was old and brown. Her heart skipped a beat as she slipped the leaf into the pocket of her jeans. Against her loins the leaf cut and tingled, a little hard point piercing her smooth skin and sending exciting shudders up and down her spine. She stood at the open window a moment, sniffing the air. The air was full of the presence of trees and rocks, of great boulders and remote places. It was time to go again. She touched the leaf. She was wanted. Quickly, Laurie left the big living room, hurrying through the hall into the dining room. The dining room was empty. A few chords of laughter drifted from the kitchen. Laurie pushed the kitchen door open. Steve, her husband, and his father were sitting around the kitchen table, smoking their cigars and drinking steaming black coffee. "What is it?" Steve demanded, frowning at his young wife. "Ed and I are in the middle of business." I want to ask you something." The two men gazed at her. Brown-haired Stephen, his dark eyes full of the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?